Oswego. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mackenzie Decker.
And I'm Bridget Callahan. This is WTOP 10 News.
Coming up, we have how nuclear power plants are being affected by the government shutdown.
Plus, we'll take a look at recent assault which took place in the Destiny USA parking lot. The suspect is still at large.
Oswego County Sheriff's Department are out on the look for two male suspects who were caught on camera in Pulaski on September 26th. The two stole a safe from a bed and breakfast which was said to contain jewelry and other valuables. Arriving in what's said to be a small to mid-sized SUV, the two suspects were recorded and police report that one of the individuals may have injured his right leg due to a noticeable limp. Revisiting the video footage, the police are still in search of suspects as well as any information involving the case.
It is that time of year again, Oswego. The fall salmon run is at its peak this fall. Anglers from around the world are on the shores of the Salmon River trying to catch one of the most coveted sport fish. At this time of year, the salmon have grown to their biggest size and are now streaming upstream. This is not only a fun hobby, but an expensive one as well. Officials figure anglers take part in the fall salmon run pump $22 million into the local economy.
4 men were arrested in Oswego County on Saturday. The 4 18-year-old men were accused with ramming a boom truck into an overhead door of Hastings Construction Business and stealing the merchandise inside. The suspects were caught in attempts of burglarization at a diner that same evening, and the 4 were charged with felony, burglary, and criminal mischief, as well as a misdemeanor conspiracy. All of the men were sent to jail, each facing a similar bail.
Leslie Bohm, a Cortland country woman, is accused of buying and serving alcohol for multiple parties she hosted for minors this summer. State police said her parties were held on Kingawong Road between the months of June and August and had guests from 14 to 19 years old attend. Bohm now faces 16 counts of unlawfully dealing with a child in Marathon and 2 counts of the same charges in Leslie. She's due in Leslie Town Court on October 21st at 7 p.m.
And now, a quick check of your weather with meteorologist Daniela Paraglia.
Daniela, how's the weather looking?
Well, right now we're sitting at a very cool 54 degrees under mostly cloudy skies, but that's a nice break from the torrential downpour that we saw this afternoon. We're feeling 8-mile-per-hour winds, so it's giving us a real feel of 52. So if you're stepping outside, make sure you bring a jacket. Our regional radar shows spotty lake effect showers coming in over the lake. Mostly cloudy skies, like I said, but the potential for a few showers remains. So as we look at the 3-day forecast, we see temperatures clearing up, or skies clearing up, and temperatures reaching up to 66 later on in the week. But do we have a threat for a day like today? Stay tuned for my full forecast after the break.
Well, thankfully, the weather looking up looks kind of decent, and we're not going to have to worry about too much rain coming down like it did this afternoon.
I was just going to say, after this day of the struggle of trying to get to class, I'm looking forward to this weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Destiny faced its first robbery incident in about 7 years. Although the incident did not take place inside the mall, a purse was stolen right outside of the Purple parking lot. 2 women were getting into their car when a man who is yet to be identified came up grabbing the purse and threatening one of the individuals with what he said to be a hypodermic needle. The suspect was said to be 6-foot male with a slim build, yet attempts from the Onondaga K-9 unit to find the suspect was unsuccessful. The Syracuse police are still on the lookout for this man and are also welcoming anyone who has further information on the incident.
Lamont Williams is a Syracuse resident, allegedly shot his sister in the face, putting her in the hospital. After he was arraigned in city court on Monday, he is in lieu of $500,000 cash bail or a $1 million bond and is charged with a second-degree assault. Lorraine Williams is now in critical yet stable condition and is being treated at Upstate University Hospital. The Media Summit is just around the corner, and the student committee is busier than ever trying to organize and prepare for their panelists.
With a brief history about the summit and the committee's intentions this year, here's Larry Bergen.
The Media Summit is an annual event created in 2005 by Louis A. Borelli Jr. with additional funding by Al Roker. Borelli's intention of creating this annual event was to give back to the community and reach out to students who dream of working in the media market someday. The Media Summit's own Janelle Francisco talks about her summit experience and working with Borelli.
On my life, I feel like it's given me so many different opportunities. Personally, for me, I've got to meet tons of great people. Lou Borelli is a great alumni that everyone knows here.
Marissa Sarback, who is also heavily involved with the Media Summit, explains panelists' intentions of coming back to Oswego.
They like the opportunity to give back to students and teach them what they know and the path that they've gone down. For a lot of the panelists, it's important to give back.
Every student media organization in SUNY Oswego is heavily involved in working together in hope to help kick off the theme of the 2013 Media Summit. They come together and brainstorm every Tuesday night in room 201 of the Campus Center. This year's theme of the summit will be sports. Since Borelli and the committee agreed to go with this theme, they believe that the best choice to moderate this event is ESPN's own Steve Levy. Other confirmed panelists include Donna Goldsmith, Jay Bieberman, and Brian Bethel. I'm standing outside Tyler Hall right now, and located inside this building is the Waterman Theater, which is where the event itself will be taking place on November 6th. Now in my hands right now is a Media Summit flyer, and their message to everyone in SUNY Oswego is to save the date. I'm Larry Bergen, WTOP 10 News.
And now we have Carson McAuliffe to tell us some more about what's happening during Mental Health Awareness Month at SUNY Oswego.
Reporter Carson Metcalf is live in the Campus Center.
State Campus, and to help kick it off, a screening of the film Call Me Crazy was held tonight here in the Campus Center Auditorium. The event, sponsored by the Oswego State Peer-to-Peer Group, the peer educators at the Campus Counseling Center, was designed to go beyond simply informing the audience about mental illness.
And basically we're showing it to let people know that people can let mental illnesses or any type of illness define them, and that things could be overcome with support and love.
Support and love were two main themes this evening. As people entered the auditorium for the screening, they were asked to have the words, "Love is louder than," written on one hand, with a personal continuation of the statement on the other. This was all part of making the film personal for those in attendance to show that everyone can support those with a mental illness.
Like one of the common themes in the movie is that it not only affects the person, but affects the people around them, and also all of the illnesses that are touched upon in the movie, they're treatable, and so hoping that the audience will see that, like, if it's happening to them or happening to somebody that they know, that like there is something that you can do about it.
Mental Health Awareness Week continues with more events over the next few days, including pet therapy and the Campus Quad Thursday afternoon. Carson Metcalf, WTOP 10 News.
Coming up, we'll take a look at your state and national news.
Also, stay tuned for your full forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Danielle Perigla. You're watching WTOP 10 News.
Thanks. You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Hi, I'm Al Roker, class of 76, Oswego State University. You're watching WTOP Channel 10. We didn't have this when I was in school. We just had radio and smoke signals.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Daniela Paraglia. Right now we're looking at temperatures 54 degrees. It's a little chilly outside, but we're sitting under mostly cloudy skies. We have a wind coming out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour, so it's giving us a real feel of about 52 degrees. So if you're heading outside, make sure you're prepared for that. Looking at our regional radar, the big elephant in the room right here is this big band of rain. You know, we saw that today. Around lunchtime, it dumped a lot of rain on Oswego. Luckily for us, it's moving out of the area. Our only concern right now is some lake effect showers that could pop up over the Lake Ontario shore between Rochester and Oswego. Looking across state temperatures, we see our warmest spot in New York City, 63 degrees overnight in October. Absolutely beautiful. But around in our region, we're looking at 58 in Syracuse, 59 in Watertown, and 54 in Rochester. So our TOP weather headlines, we had a pretty wet start to the week today. If you were in class around noon today, you saw that system come in dropping almost an inch of rain between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So in 3 hours, we saw almost an inch. Our grounds weren't really prepared for that. So if you were walking around Snag or Shinneman today, you saw lakes popping up everywhere. Excuse me. Sunny days though, we're looking at sunny days ahead and seasonably warmer temperatures, so it's good news for us. Looking at our day planner, 8 o'clock as you're stepping out, maybe going to class or work, we're looking at 47 degrees and sunny skies, so a good start to the day. But around lunchtime, we're going to see a few pop-up clouds come in, nothing that's threatening to put a damper on our day though. So we're looking at 56 degrees under mostly sunny skies. As we're wrapping up our day around 5 p.m., we're looking to max out 60 degrees, which is really nice for October under sunny skies. So if you get the chance to head down to the lake tomorrow night, do so and take a few pictures of that beautiful sunset. So Tuesday's big picture here, we had this huge line of showers come through. Luckily, that's pushing off to our coast, and we're going to be looking at seasonable temperatures moving in throughout the entire region. Now, later on in the week, there's something I want to point out behind me here. This low pressure system here are the remnants of Karen that we saw down in the Gulf Coast region. She's going to be moving up the coast later in the week, but it's not looking like she's going to bring any rain to our area, so we're going to look for mild conditions with some clouds coming in. So tonight, we're looking at for a low of 49 degrees, scattered showers possible if they pop up over the Lake Ontario right now. We're looking at winds west 10 to 15 miles per hour, so if you're stepping outside, you're going to want to bring a jacket with you, but I would leave that umbrella home because it might break outside. Tomorrow we're looking mostly sunny skies, high of 60 degrees with winds slowing down, coming out of the northwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow night we're finally clearing out. The temperature is going to drop down to 50 degrees, but clear skies and calm winds after the day we saw today is absolutely beautiful. So looking at our 5-day forecast, Tuesday we're looking to reach only 60 degrees. That seems to be the lowest we're going to get this week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're looking to warm up. Like I said, as Karen moves up the coast, we're going to see a few clouds pop in around Thursday and Friday. But Saturday, we're looking to max out at 71 degrees. For October, this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, that's, you know, you couldn't ask for anything better at this time of year. You know, in Oswego, we're used to dropping around snow. You're dropping the S word. Yeah. But, you know, sunny skies, come on.
Yeah, like I mentioned to Bridget before, I had to change my clothes twice today because of the rain. You know, it was pretty crazy. But looking at the next couple of days, it's going to be very nice, and I'm excited for it.
Me too. Couldn't wait.
All right, well, thank you, Daniela. Now let's take a look at your state and national news.
After being suspected above West 57th Street, the crane load at Manhattan Skyscraper is back on the ground. A 7-ton counterweight has been lifted with a mechanical failure to occur occurred at the top of the crane, leaving the dead weight suspected at above 429 feet. Luckily, the load was able to put back on the ground safely without any other issues.
The new $100 bill will begin to go into circulation tomorrow, October 8th. It will include new security functions such as the band with moving images, ink that changes color when you change the angle, and lastly, a new design. It has took over the decade to develop, setting back to the rollout because of production problems. The bill hasn't been redesigned since March of 1996, but don't worry, it still has Benjamin Franklin on the front and Philadelphia's Independence Hall on the back. This high-tech design will turn many heads, and the bill will even get its own company out party on Tuesday. Partial government shutdown or not.
Nuclear power plants are about to face the impact of federal shutdown. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission said it expects to furlough some 3,600 employees at the close of business Thursday if the members of Congress are yet to resolve the federal spending issue. The power plant's eyes and ears are being affected by this because if this does not take place, nuclear power plants will have a higher chance of facing accidents as well as terrorism with the essential supervision. NRC spokesman Elliot Brunner states that we sincerely regret these actions. They are necessary and we are eager to resume our important mission as soon as possible.
As we enter day 7 of a partial government shutdown, there was little progress over the weekend, and now attention is turning towards the next looming deadline.
On October 17th, the U.S. will officially reach a $16.699 trillion cap on borrowing. Sulan Safri has more of these dual batters from Washington.
The shutdown enters its second week, and it sure sounds like the stalemate is sticking around. This weekend, Speaker Boehner insisted there are not the votes in the House to pass a clean spending bill. Today, a dare for the Speaker directly from the President's mouth.
Then they should prove it. Let the bill go to the floor and let's see what happens.
The President visited FEMA today, one of the many agencies affected by the prolonged shutdown, and he says there is a bipartisan majority in the House to pass a clean spending bill without any attachments to health care.
My very strong suspicion is that there are enough votes there. And the reason that Speaker Boehner hasn't called a vote on it is because he doesn't apparently want to see the government shutdown end at the moment.
The bigger concern now, the riskier economic deadline just ahead. In 10 days, the nation will reach its cap on borrowing. Economists warn that a failure to raise the debt ceiling will result in Social Security payments, IRS refunds, Medicare reimbursements, and veterans benefits all being threatened, higher interest rates, and a slowdown in purchases of houses, cars, and anything else that requires a loan. The Speaker says on this issue, too, the Republicans are united. They won't agree to raise the borrowing limit unless the White House agrees to some spending cuts with no new taxes.
It's time to have that conversation before our economy is put further at risk.
The growing feeling now on Capitol Hill, settle into this partial shutdown. It may stick around until Congress works out the bigger deal on debt. In Washington, I'm Sunlin Serfati reporting.
Coming up, we'll have your full sports updates with Sean Gillis.
But first, let's take a look at your late night menu.
The forest is precious. One careless act caused by people and its beauty could be gone for a lifetime. Protect our friends in the forest.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
The Oswego MBA program, helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
Every night before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit.
Blue, 42, hike!
Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Hi, I'm CNN's Rob Marciano, and you're watching WTOP 10, your television station.
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt. I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Maria's Family Restaurant has been a staple in Oswego community since 2012.
Maria of Maria's Family Restaurant was very eager to be featured on this week's news and share her love of food and her restaurant.
Maria's Family Restaurant, owned by Maria Canzone, was established in February of 2012. Maria's is a tribute to her parents, who were also in the restaurant business all of their lives. The restaurant features many of her parents' dishes as well as many of her own.
Let's see. For breakfast, I have a cinnamon roll pancake. This looks like a cinnamon roll, has a glaze over it. It's delish. For lunch, I have a Reuben made with this beautiful thick marble rye. And for dinner, I make some of my mother's dishes like lasagna, and she made a sweet potato chicken with chicken breast, made with sweet potatoes, brown sugar, butter, roasted in the oven, and baste it with lots of love.
Local regulars of Maria's love her as well as all of her food.
What is your favorite thing to get here?
Everything.
Yeah?
Their omelets are good, their food's good.
What's your favorite dessert here?
Oh, coconut cream pie.
Zona's best friend Diana had the exact same thing to say.
What's your favorite dish here?
Everything.
What's your favorite dessert?
Coconut cream pie. And carrot cake.
You two are just peas in a pod.
This unique dining experience is comfortable and homey. Being in the restaurant business is all Maria knows.
Oh, it's just that I love the restaurant business. I love intermingling with the people. I wanted this restaurant to be a home away from home for the college student. I'm a warm, cozy restaurant with diner prices.
Maria was such a cute little old lady.
She is, and I actually went there with my mom when she came up to visit me. We went the next morning, and it was absolutely delicious.
It was so good. I got Eggs Benedict. It's my favorite. It was so good.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And now we'll have a full look at sports with Sean Gillis.
This week's Oswego State Athletics have been announced today.
This week's Oswego State Athletes of the Week have been announced today as Tyler Werzer of the men's golf team and Haley Miller of the women's tennis team took home the title. Sophomore Tyler Werzer tied for the lowest score this weekend with teammate Kyle Gallard as they both shot a two-round score of 14 over 156. As a team, Oswego shot a tournament total of 626, 2 strokes behind third-place team Hobart College. Junior Hallie Miller led the women's tennis team to a perfect 2-0 record last week as she went undefeated with 4 wins individually. Miller and the Oswego team will return to action at 7 p.m. on Tuesday when they host SUNY Cortland indoors at the Romney Fieldhouse. Now, earlier today, 2 divisional series games were played as the first round of the MLB playoffs are quickly coming to an end. In the American League, the Oakland Athletics defeated the Detroit Tigers with a score of 6-3 as Jared Parker got the win, giving up only 5 hits through 5 innings. With the win, the Athletics take the lead in the series 2-1. On the National League side, Michael Wacha of the St. Louis Cardinals had a no-hitter through 7 innings, only giving up 1 hit. Despite only scoring 2 runs, the Cardinals were able to hold on with a win by a score of 2-1, tying the series 2-2. Tonight on Monday Night Football, the 1-3 Atlanta Falcons face off against the 2-2 New York Jets. The Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan will look to lead his team to victory, trying to avoid 3 straight losses for the first time in the Matt Ryan era. They will have to go up against a Jets team who will look to improve to 3-2 as their defense has only given up 79 rushing yards per game this season. Now later in the show, I'll give you a quick update on the Monday Night Football score, along with the ALCS game between the Boston Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Now that's it for sports. Now back to the news desk.
Coming up, we will take a look at the lighter side of news.
But now, take a look at Community Calendar. You're watching WTOP 10 News.
I'm lucky. I get to do something I love. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good, and that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
The Oswego MBA program helping you achieve your goals with a customized curriculum developed with flexibility in mind. Take classes year-round, full or part-time in Oswego, online or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available online or by calling 315-312-2911.
We are the Tigers from Pet 885. And you are watching WTOP. Yeah!
Attention students and faculty. Avery Rental Properties is now renting for the next school year. Avery accommodates all group sizes, small or large. Avery Rental Properties. Make our house your home. 24-hour maintenance, garbage removal, snow removal, and off-street parking. Avery Rental Properties. 315-343-5005.
Stop. 1, 2, 3. She was the passenger. So I was deboned on the passenger side.
We just had some wine. I wasn't even drunk. I was just buzzed.
What? You were just buzzed? Well, so you didn't tell us that. In that case, she's just fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Really?
Nah, not really.
Buzz driving.
What?
Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Watch out for Miley Cyrus's new album, Bangers, being released in stores tomorrow. October 8th, it includes her top hits, We Can't Stop and Wrecking Ball. Ever since Miley's shocking twerking appearance at the MTV VMAs, she has been in the center of media's attention. Yet the 20-year-old has stated that she doesn't owe anyone any apologies.
The weather was looking pretty rainy today. Find out what will be coming our way this week with our very own meteorologist, Daniela Paraglia.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this week is shaping up to be absolutely beautiful, which is great compared to what we saw today. We saw, you know, I happened to be in a meteorology class when that storm was coming through. We actually stopped the lecture just to watch it come in. But that downpour was unbelievable. We could barely see out of our window.
Yeah, my pants and jacket and everything were soaked. It's quite an experience for the first time actually getting the rain up here at Oswego for me.
And the walk back to West Campus was truly not fun.
And now here's a sports update with Sean Gillis.
All right, so currently the Atlanta Falcons are down to the Jets, surprisingly, 17-14, midway through the third quarter, which will probably be to the very exciting news of many Jets fans up here in New York. So hopefully we'll see if they can hold on to that win. It's midway through the third quarter, so there's another quarter to go, so we'll see. And then in the ALCS game, the Red Sox actually tied it up in the ninth. So it's midway through the ninth inning right now.
We got scored 4-4?
Scored 4-4. So me personally, as a Red Sox fan, I hope they can pull it out and move on, but we'll have to see. So.
All right, Sean. All right, thank you for joining us tonight.